Hello viewers, I'm Taran Kumar Goonwal, Assistant Professor in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon. The following video is prepared as per the syllabus and course outline of Maharshi Dayanand University. However, there are mostly general topics which cover the working and theoretical aspects of civil engineering. For best understanding and conceptualizing clearly, please do not skip the video and watch till end. At the end of each topic and each section, we will be discussing about the related important questions, feasibility and application. Let's start the video. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we will continue studying design of concrete structures first, and in this session we'll learn about doubly reinforced rectangular beams, its analysis and design phase. Before starting that portion, we will do one more numerical on singly reinforced beam. So as you can see on the screen, the question is in front of you people. So it goes like this. A reinforced concrete beam of size 400 mm by 650 mm is made up of M30 grade of concrete and reinforced with first 3 bars of 16 mm dia. So this part we'll solve in this lecture, and this part 6 bars of 20 mm dia bars, you can try solving it by your own using the same methodology which I'm going to teach in this session. So we'll move to the solution. Yes, there. Given data, this is the first step. We are given with 3 bars of 16 mm. Capital D, that is total depth of beam, is 650 mm. Small b, 400 mm, that is effective depth. Breadth, it is 400 mm. Effective depth is 650 minus 50. This is cover, which gives 600 mm. Characteristic strength of concrete, 30 Newton per mm square. Fy, 415 Newton per mm square. This all is given in the question itself. And m is taken as 9 as given in the question. Sigma CBC, as we discussed in the previous lectures, it comes out to be 10, and sigma ST comes out to be 230 Newton per mm square. Area of steel, because we have 3 bars of 16 mm dia, so it comes out to be 603.2 mm square. So first step, finding the depth of critical neutral axis. So it is given by the formula as we read earlier. Critical neutral axis is equals to K into D, where K is this expression 1 upon 1 plus sigma ST upon m sigma CBC multiplied by D. So putting the values, we get XC is equal to 168.75 mm. So this is step 2. We are done with step 1. Moving to step 2. Depth of actual neutral axis by taking moments about neutral axis. This is the same methodology that we have been following since last 2 numericals. So we learned this formula from the analysis part of singly reinforced beam, which is B into XA square upon 2 is equal to MAST multiplied by D minus XA, which is also known as the lever arm. So 400 multiplied by XA square, putting all those values here. B is this, M is given in the question, AST we have just found out. It is given in the question, and this we have to find. So converting it into an equation, it gives an equation in this form. So XA will give this, and also it will give this. It will give 2 expressions. Considering this equation,
this expression. So we can see that XA is less than XC, which means actual neutral axis is, which means actual neutral axis is less than critical neutral axis. So as per the given conditions, it is under reinforced, and which gives sigma dash CBC would be less than sigma CBC, and sigma dash ST would be equal to sigma ST, and which is 230 Newton per mm square. And this is our stress profile. This is the standard stress profile that we have been learning since always. So by applying the property of similar triangles, oh, I'm sorry. Yes, here. So sigma dash CBC upon XA is equal to sigma ST upon M upon D minus XA. From here we can calculate the value of sigma dash CBC. So transposing all the variables on right hand side and keeping sigma dash CBC on left hand side and substituting the values, we get sigma dash CBC is equal to 6.04 Newton per mm square, which is step 4. In this step, we will calculate moment of resistance. So moment of resistance on compression side. This formula we have also learned. So which gives C into Z, where Z is lever arm. So putting all the values, C is, as we learned from the formula in previous classes, it is half sigma dash CBC multiplied by B multiplied by XA whole multiplied by D minus XA by 3. Putting all those expressions, values, sigma dash CBC came out to be 6.04, B value is given in the question, XA came out to be 114.76, D value is given, and putting the XA value again here. So it gives 77.87 kilonewton meter. This is moment of resistance in compression side. Next is tension side. So moment of resistance in tension side is given by tensile force T into Z. Z is again lever arm. So T is sigma ST multiplied by AST, and Z is again D minus XA by 3. Substituting all the values, we get 77.9 into 10 to the power 6 Newton mm. So it comes out to be 77.9 kilonewton mm. Kindly take a note that the moment of resistance in compression side and the moment of resistance in tension side are almost equal. So they usually come out to be equal. This proves the viability of our solution as well. So we are done with singly reinforced beams. Now we'll move to analysis and design part of doubly reinforced beams using working stress method, that is WSM. Before we start, this was the second part of the question. You people can solve this question by your own using the methodology that has been explained just now. Okay, students, now we'll start with design of doubly reinforced rectangular beam using working stress method. For compression steel, the modular ratio is taken as 1.5 m. This we have discussed earlier. The higher value of modular ratio is taken to account for the higher effect of creep on compression steel, because concrete undergoes shrinkage, creep, and so many minor cracks and such losses. That's why M, instead of M, we take 1.5 m so that we can compensate all those losses. For ASC, area of steel under compression, equivalent area in terms of concrete is 1.5 m ASC. If stress in concrete at the location of compression steel is sigma dash CBC, then stress in compression steel is 1.5 m multiplied by sigma dash CBC. So because we have taken 1.5 m, so every value is to be multiplied with 1.5 m only. Owing to lesser value of stress in compression steel, the steel in compression is not utilized to its full strength, and hence doubly reinforced sections prove to be uneconomical. So if there is a non-utility, that means if steel is not utilized in a structural member, then it is not advisable to provide a doubly reinforced beam. Singly reinforced beam can work as well because it will be unnecessarily not economical. So we'll start with the analysis part. Again, same thing, but here we can see this is AST, area of steel under tension, but in doubly reinforced beam, we provide bars in compression side also. So this is area of steel under compression, which is denoted by ASC. This is the cross section. Again, same notifications. Small d from this hole is capital D. This is small b. Now moving to transformed area. This is 1.5 m AST as discussed. This is again area of steel under compression, and this is m AST, modular ratio into area of steel, and this is again actual neutral axis. So this is C2 compression, and this is again compressive force, and this is compressive force. So sigma dash CBC and sigma CBC. Here in the profile line of area of steel under compression, C2 is given and C1 is given here. Basically C2 is compression force, compression stress in compression steel, while C1 is stress in concrete as given here. So, and this is tensile strength, which is taken by the bottom bars, which is given by again T is equals to AST multiplied by sigma ST. C2 is 1.5 m minus 1 area of steel under compression multiplied by sigma dash CBC, and C1 is half of B into XA into sigma CBC. These are the values of C1, C2 and T. So finding actual depth of neutral axis. We'll follow the same methodology again by equating moment of area on the both sides of neutral axis, which is given by B multiplied by XA multiplied by XA by 2 plus 1.5 m minus 1 multiplied by ASC multiplied by XA minus XB. Is equal to m into AST into D minus XA. Next is determination of critical neutral axis, which is again given by XC is equals to KD. So different values of K we can take from IS code, or we can simply learn it for ease and speedy solution. Steel grade versus K values. So for Fe250 it is 0.4, Fe415 it is 0.289, and for Fe500 it is 0.25. Again same type of problem. We'll learn about the type of section. So if XA is less than XC, that means actual neutral axis is less than critical neutral axis, then section is under reinforced, which means sigma dash CBC is less than sigma CBC and sigma dash ST is equal to sigma ST. If XA is equal to XC, then the section is balanced. Sigma dash CBC is equals to sigma CBC, and sigma dash ST is equals to sigma ST. And third case, if XA is greater than XC, then section is over reinforced, which means sigma dash CBC is equal to sigma CBC and sigma dash ST is less than sigma ST. Here you can see. Next part is calculation of moment of resistance. So total compressive force. First, we have to find out C1, that is compressive force in concrete, which is given by half B into XA into sigma CBC. This we learned in the upper slides. Then compression steel, which is C2. This we have also learned in the upper slides, which is given by 1.5 M minus 1 multiplied by ASC multiplied by sigma dash CBC. So total C is, that is total compressive forces, C1 plus C2. Next is T1 plus T2. So T is sigma ST multiplied by AST1, area of steel under tension 1, plus sigma ST multiplied moment of resistance. So total moment of resistance is moment of resistance 1 plus moment of resistance 2, which is C1 into Z1 plus C2 into Z2. So this is the same expression, which is B into XA into sigma CBC upon 2 multiplied by D minus XA by 3, which is the lever arm, plus C2 1.5 M minus 1 ASC multiplied by sigma dash CBC D minus DC. So as we discussed in the diagram, DC is this. From top fiber of our beam to the area of steel under compression's centroid. Yes, coming back to the stress relation. This expression, you have to remember, this gives stress relation. Sigma CBC upon XA is equal to sigma ST upon M multiplied by D minus XA is equal to sigma dash CBC upon XA minus DC. So this was all with the analysis part. Now we'll proceed with the numerical on the design of doubly reinforced beam using WSM. So the question is, find the reinforcement required for doubly reinforced beam section for the following particulars, where width of beam is 250 mm, depth of beam to the center of tensile reinforcement is 500 mm, effective cover is 50 mm, maximum bending moment under working load is 160 kilonewton meter, concrete grade is M20 and steel grade is Fe415. So solution, given data, small b is given as 250 mm, small d, that is effective depth, is 500 mm, d dash, that is cover, is 50 mm, FCK 20 and F5 415. So finding ultimate moment, which is mu. So we'll multiply bending moment with a factor of 1.5, which is 160 given in the question, and by multiplying it by 1.5, it comes out to be 240 kilonewton meter. This is our design moment. Now step 2, limiting moment of resistance. This is mu lim, represented by mu lim, limiting moment of resistance. So this formula is given in IS 456. This is given by 0.138 FCK BD square. So we know all the values. Substituting all values, we get 172.5 kilonewton meter. Now this is done to check if mu is greater than or less than mu limited. Here ultimate moment is greater than limiting moment. So this is done to check whether the beam is to be singly or doubly reinforced. Because mu is greater than mu lim, so our beam is to be doubly reinforced. Calculation of reinforcement required in tension zone. Area of steel, limiting. The formula is percentage of steel upon 100 multiplied by BD. Percentage of steel, finding the values, putting all those values here. So PT lim is given by this formula, 41.4 FCK by Fy multiplied by XU max upon BD. So from IS code 456 and close this, XU is 0.48D, which comes out to be 240 mm. So putting the value again in PT limiting, we get 0.96%. And now putting PT limiting in AST limiting formula, we get 1200 mm square of area of steel required. See, this value has been put here. Now we'll find the difference between moments. Mu limiting, mu minus mu limiting. So 240 minus 172.5, it comes out to be 67.5 kilometer meter. Area of steel under tension 2, AST 2, can be found out using the formula mu minus mu limiting 0.87 Fy d minus d dash. So this value I have not calculated here, but it comes out to be 416 mm square. As you can see here, this is AST2 value. So the total area of steel in tension zone, total AST is AST1 plus AST2. So this is 1200 plus 416, and it comes out to be 1616 mm square. So now we'll provide 25 mm dia bars in tension zone. So number of bars comes out to be 1616 divided by area of 1 bar. So it is approximately 4 bars. So it gives 4 bars of 25 mm dia. Actual area of steel is given by 4 bars of 25 mm dia, comes out to be 1963.49 mm square. So now step 4 is calculation of reinforcement in compression zone. It is given by the formula 0.87 Fy AST2 upon FSC. And FSC is again given in the code. The formula for FSC is given in the code. This is force in steel under compression. So this formula is 700 into 1 minus d dash upon XU. So putting all those values here, 700, 1, and this is 50, and this is 240. And it comes out to be 554.16. Now putting the value of FSC in ASC. So ASC comes out to be 271.00 mm. Area of steel under compression we will provide, because only thin bars are needed here. No need to provide thick bars in the compression zone. So we'll provide 10 mm dia bars. So for finding number of bars, we'll divide the area of steel under compression by area of 1 bar of 10 mm dia. So it also comes out to be 4 bar. Therefore, actual area of compression of steel is 314 mm square. And this is the solution. I hope you guys could understand the today's session. And if you have any doubts or any queries, feel free to mail me at the given email address at the end of this video. In next session, we'll discuss numerical on doubly reinforced beam as well and try to solve a few more topics. Till then, have a great time. Thank you.
I hope you guys could understand and correlate the topics taught in today's session. If there is any query or subject matter issue, feel free to mail me at the given email ID. Live discussion sessions could also be used and arranged for solving doubts.